Hello, my name is Edwin Garcia, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I will be talking about my New Year's resolutions for 2020. Now, New Year's resolutions can sometimes have a negative connotation. Some people don't like that idea because they say it's not sustainable, or if you just randomly decide, I'm gonna eat better, that's not really a good way to end up actually eating better long term, and I agree with that. But I think it is good to reflect, and I think if the new year and having the calendar roll over to a new number helps you kind of reset and reassess how you're doing things, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Now, of course, you can do this anytime you want, but how many people actually do? And as personally, I do continue to adjust and evaluate my life and the things that I'm doing. I 100% don't wait until the new year just to start something new, but sometimes if it's close to that time, I'll keep it in mind. And I think it's good for all of us to reflect and to think about ways we can improve as artists and as people. So I would like to share with you some of my, if you want to call them resolutions, call them resolutions. A lot of them are just ongoing goals that, are getting updated for 2020. But I think it would be cool to share with you how these goals are being established, and also at the end of the year, or maybe even halfway through the year, maybe I'll catch you guys up on the different ways that those goals are progressing, and if I've given up on some of them or what have you. So at the time of this recording, it's still not even the week of all the holidays, the Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas. None of that's actually happened yet, so I haven't even myself reflected fully. So some of these goals might change or adjust, but I feel pretty confident the ones I'm going to share are going to be goals I take into 2020. But I'm still figuring all that out. I usually have a couple days where I really reflect on the things I want to do this year, whatever year that we're talking about, and write it all down and parse it out with my family, my girlfriend and my sister. We all sit together and kind of work as a collective on these kinds of things. So I haven't evaluated any of these things with them yet. I'm sure these ones will probably get approved, but we talk as a family and as a unit about our own progress and ways to push ourselves. So I haven't done all that, so that's the only caveat I'll put. And if there's updates or something I need to say that makes this video improved, I will do it in the comment section below. So the way I'm going to go about this is I'm not going to give you all my resolutions. Like I said, I haven't done all that work yet. I'm just going to give you a few of them, and a few will be music based, the front ones will be, and then a couple of the other ones outside of it. Because like I said, ways for us to improve as musicians, as artists, but also as people. I need to be a fully balanced person, or at least think about the other aspects of myself that are 100% not music based, but also 100% impacted by how I will 100% impact how I am as a musician, health, lifestyle, that kind of thing. So here we go. One of my goals this year is to play more gigs than ever before. Now, I think I will be able to achieve this goal. Obviously, I said it. In 2019, I did the most gigs I ever did. I was really aggressive on the holiday performances. I love Christmas music, and I finally, got enough repertoire under my hands and kind of organized myself so I can go out there and perform the music. And I had a lot of fun late in this quarter doing as many of those kinds of gigs and performances as more than I've ever done. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited about doing more of that this year. So I want to do more performances. I don't have the exact number, right now, but I'm just going to work on doing more of it and being consistent and continuing to perform and do more performances. So that's something that I want to do. All right, my second goal or second resolution I want to share is I want my music up on Spotify. So right now, or really all the streaming platforms, because right now none of my music is on any streaming platforms. The only place you can get my music is SoundCloud and YouTube, which are great because they're free and I don't have to worry about anyone kind of being restricted to that access. But also, you need to be on those platforms. I know that. I just haven't gotten around to it. I've had a few projects where copyrights made it very expensive to upload, but still I have to either figure out getting those albums on those platforms, or I have some new projects that are coming up where I'm going to 100% make sure day one they are available on all streaming platforms, so that way there's no excuse for anyone not to listen to my music. It will be available everywhere. So that's one of my resolutions, making sure I have music and new creative projects up on all streaming platforms. My third resolution I'd like to share is to get more work in the game audio industry. As many of you have known, for quite a while now, the last year or so, I've been ramping up my game audio knowledge, buying my equipment, doing the work, studying up on different techniques and styles and sound design information, game audio, composing, lots of composing this year. And I want to do more work in the game audio space. So that means being hired to do more games, doing some sound work, doing more video game music samples, all that kind of stuff. I want to make sure that I'm pushing myself and that I'm working more on that this year than any years prior. So that's going to be one of my big goals, one of my big focuses of 2020. Now, for one of my non-music resolutions, I want to PR at the marathon. So I ran the marathon last year, so not 2019, 2018. I ran the Chicago Marathon. It was my very first marathon. I've been a runner pretty much on and off since high school, and I've the last 3 or 4 years I've really gotten back into the sport and back into getting better health and pushing myself athletically through running. And I decided to run the marathon. It was my first one. I wanted to beat my dad's record, and I beat it by like 20 seconds. He had the best time in my family, and to my knowledge, the only person to run at all in my family, marathon anyway. So I beat him by like 20 seconds or something like that. Super small. Very proud of that. I believe my time was 5:09:27. That might be unofficial, but it's pretty much there. 5:09, and I want a PR on that. Now, I want a PR by a lot. I'm not even sure. Again, this will take me a couple months to set up because I need to do some training, see where my fitness is, and what's a realistic goal for me. I don't know what that is until I get a little more data, a little more runs under my belt, and kind of set up a plan and then set up a goal. But I definitely want a PR at least. I'm thinking something significant like 50 minutes faster, something like that. But again, I can't really commit to that because I don't have enough information right now to be able to make an assessment. But I definitely, no matter what, I would definitely want a PR. That's for sure. Even if I don't get any kind of substantial improvement, I want at least PR for sure. So that's one of my goals, to run the marathon this year and PR. Unfortunately, won't be running Chicago. I signed up for it. There's a lottery system, and I didn't get in. But there are other marathons in the Midwest, and I'm looking at one in Schaumburg in May. So this will be an early one where if I do the half-year update, I'll be able to share there an update, and if I did run that marathon, and if I didn't, I'm sure I'll be signed up for another one, and it should be getting close to that date. So that's one of my non-music goals. I want to PR at the marathon. Okay, now the last one I'm going to share, I'm just going to kind of make it a bunch of random interests because I'm not sure which one of these things I want to do, but I want to make sure I'm appreciating other non-music things that I enjoy. So I've been wanting to join a basketball league, like a rec league, because I'm really into basketball. I watch a lot of basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. I think right now it probably is my favorite sport. Basketball, soccer, and football, they kind of, keep changing every like 5 years or so. One takes over. So I would love to do that and challenge myself athletically also in basketball and join some leagues and really improve and really see how good I can get, Now, obviously, you can't get to a professional level, but I can maybe be better than I've ever been. I think that's possible. So I think it'd be really fun to do, and it's something I'm considering and seeing if I want to work out. Not sure. That's why it's part of my mixed bag idea. Other thing is maybe getting into more movies. Back in high school, I was a big, movie fan, if you want to call that. I don't want the cinemaphile. I'm not sure what the term is, but I was really into movies. I would watch everything religiously. I knew what was in the box office at all times, and I probably watched like half of all movies that were kind of in rotation at like AMC theaters in like 2006, 2007, 2005. I had like an epic run where I was watching everything and was really in the know. And it was a lot of fun because I watched a lot of movies and I had some great experiences. And maybe it's time for me to do something like that again. I think I might push that back to next year because I want to get maybe the AMC premiere package, and it's $20 a month, and that's another bill. So I'm thinking about it though. So I'm thinking of just getting more into movies and watching more movies just kind of for fun in theaters. Another thing I'm thinking about is maybe something with sports, maybe, making a commitment to like watching more of my local soccer teams, or again, watching more basketball and kind of following a team a little more closely than I normally do. Just different ways for me to get enjoyment and be engaged in the things that I'm interested in. And how do I want to do that? There's been also, other things I would be interested in doing, like a fun thing, like, riding in one of those 365, writing prompt journals or stuff like that. I'm thinking of other creative things I can do that can be creative and fun and engaging without, being as like kind of strenuous as like, play more gigs and do more work, and what's something fun that can kind of capture that spirit without the burden. So I'm looking into some of those ideas. If you have anything that you have, a hobby, a passion that you kind of dive into that's just for you, just for fun, leave it down in the comments below. Give me some ideas. Maybe there's some other things that I haven't considered doing that would be super fun that I would get some enjoyment out of. So anyway, those are a handful of my New Year's resolutions. I would love for you to leave a comment and tell me what kind of resolutions you have, whether they're artistically, creative, academic, financial, spiritual. Let's just share some of our hopes and dreams for 2020, and let's have a conversation about it, and let's see if we can inspire each other to do these things and to be a better selves, our best version of ourselves in the year 2020. So it's been a blast doing this channel this year. It was my first full year on YouTube. I was really happy with the work that I did and happy with the interactions I got with all the people on here. And I'm looking forward to 2020. That's another thing I'm gonna make sure is consistent and constant, is this YouTube channel. So thank you for making it to the end of the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you January 2020. Till then, later.